Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel today at CHKR Business and Technology. Today we're going to delve into a topic which has always been close to my heart, an industry I worked in a long time ago, which is to do with solar energy and its viability as an investment in the UK today. Because with the rising costs and growing emphasis on sustainability, solar panels become the most popular choice for homeowners as it stands in the UK at the moment. So we've decided to explore the pros and cons to determine if it's a worthwhile investment for homeowners as things stands. Because obviously the days of, when I worked in solar energy, when I started in it, you were looking at government or your energy company paying you like 45p a unit. I think it was back then, 45p a kilowatt, something around that kind of figure. I can't remember, it's so long ago. You're talking about 10-15 years ago. Those days are long gone. So what are the pros of solar energy in the UK as things stands? Because I openly admit I do have solar panels on my roof. Didn't pay for them because I live in a housing association, because even though I may make all these videos and everything, I'm what would be known as dirt poor. I'm not rich. Trust me, I'm not. Wish I was. My kids think I'm rich, but I'm not rich. Okay, so we do actually have free solar. On my roof, as things stand, I believe we've got about 4 solar panels. Okay, where this roof over here, south facing, straight down to the seafront. Okay, and believe it or not, I never really paid anything when it came to electricity this summer. I think our electricity bill may have come to about £30 for the entire summer, and that's going from about May, June time all the way through to the end of August, beginning of September. We paid next to nothing. Okay, but I live in the south of England. Okay, so I might be a bit luckier than some people in other areas of the country. So let's have a look. So one of the benefits is the financial savings. So like I've just said, how much we actually saved, because in our old house we used to put on £80 a month every single month on the electric, and that was with British Gas. That's not me knocking British Gas, but they're expensive. I found they're actually pretty good compared to a lot of companies. Okay, so there is a financial savings. So while the initial investment can be significant, okay, solar panels can lead to a substantial long-term savings on your electricity bill. So once you've paid off the money, nowadays you're looking at anywhere from about 4,000 up to about £10,000, depending on the size of the install. So if you take into account how much money it's bringing in once it's paid off, you're in pure profit every single month. Okay, then obviously you got the environmental benefits, and it's come more and more to light over recent years. When you've got all these environmental groups, obviously there's the ones that it's a polite way to put it, got sent to prison recently for vandalising, was it a Van Gogh painting? And then within about an hour to 2 hours, a couple of their buddies went and re-vandalised it, which was awfully decent of them. So obviously the environmental benefits are coming more to light. So by generating your own clean energy, you're reducing your carbon footprint and contributing to a more sustainable future for our children and our children's children and so on. Okay. Then obviously you've got increased property value. Now this is a bit of an odd one, because there are some people that like solar and then there are other people that dislike solar. That's been going on for years. So yes, there is an argument that solar panels can add value to your home, making it more attractive to potential buyers. I think it adds something around about 10% onto um, the value of your property. But so you are going to bring in potential buyers, but you also, there's the potential that you can also scare off some buyers. And that's not me trying to scaremonger. That's me being honest and being factual. Okay, because that's the reality. There are people, that don't like them. Back in the day when I used to work in the solar industry, I used to say to people all the time, "What do you do?" When they say, "Oh, I don't like solar panels. They look ugly." What you look at, go out into your garden every single morning. Sun blazing down. And you just think, look at that. Look at them solar panels on my roof. Come on, nobody does that. I don't even. Well, I've done it twice to actually look to see how many solar panels we've got. But as a general rule, you do not go and look at your roof to see how it looks. Unless you've got a leak coming through your roof or through the guttering, basically you do not look on your roof. Okay, so that's that one. Then you've got energy independence. So with solar panels, you're less reliant on the grid or your energy company to be providing you with electricity, giving you more control over your energy consumption at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about how much electricity you're actually using. You're more concerned with how much you're sending back to the national grid, so you can make a few extra quid at the end of the day. That's what you're actually more concerned with. Okay, so those are the pros. Now let's get on to the negatives of solar energy. And there are a few, but there aren't really that many. Okay, so the big one, and I say the big one because it's the cost. So there is an upfront investment, which can be a barrier for some homeowners. Now, there are a few ways you can go about it. Number one, you've got a few quid in the bank, which means you can just go and pay it in cash. Number two, you go and take a loan out. Okay, so it's normally like a home improvement loan at the end of the day. And they are the two main ways that you're going to be able to pay for it. Or you've got not a good buddy who's going to lend you the money at the end of the day, which is still a loan at the end of the day. So they're the main ways that you can go about sorting out the initial cost. And if you can find a company that's willing to do free solar, there's also some schemes set up by local councils. I know one of our local councils, they've done schemes in recent years, so if you don't put the question forward to them, you've got nothing to lose at the end of the day. They might be able to help you out. Okay, next one, weather dependence. Like I said, I live in the south of England, okay, where it's nice and expensive, but we can also get a bit of nice weather. So while the UK has a relatively sunny climate, and most solar panels that are used in the UK are designed for our climate, cloudy days can affect solar panel efficiency. If you have shading from trees, dormer windows, those types of things, just got to be a bit careful. Use a bit of common sense. If you've got a big dormer window and it's going to shade onto the solar panel at certain stages of the day, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that you're going to reduce how much money you're going to make off the solar panels at the end of the day. Okay, so that's just being realistic. Okay, then there's the maintenance side. So solar panels do require regular maintenance, such as cleaning and inspections. Okay, so when it comes to the cleaning side is pretty easy. Okay, you've got the option of, there's a lot of window cleaning companies nowadays. they'll actually go and do it. You know, they spray the water. You know, just like they do your conservatory roofs and everything. They actually do solar panels nowadays. Okay, so that's one option. If you want to risk it, you know, if you've got a big long ladder, you could always do it. Just please don't. I didn't advise you. This ain't my advice for you to do that, and please don't break your neck doing it. Don't need it on my conscience. So that's another option. When it comes to the maintenance side, you know, there are always companies that can always make sure it's working properly. You know, if you get fully fledged companies that deal in solar, they can always come out and make sure all the wiring's working and everything properly. Okay, but make sure they are certified companies. And then the grid connection. So you may still need to be connected to the grid for backup power. When it does come to solar, okay, you ain't going to be able to be on top up. You are going to have to be on a contract. Okay, it's always been the case, because the problem is, if you're on a top up meter, you know, a key meter, and you run out of electricity, you're going to have to call them to switch them back on. Where obviously if you're not on a key meter, you don't have to worry about that risk. Okay, I know it's a bit of a pain in the neck, you know, but that's always been one of the rules, you know, as long as I can personally remember, probably, you know, and I started in solar probably about 2010. Okay, so is solar worth it for you? So the decision to install solar panels depends on your individual circumstances. So consider facts such as your energy consumption, the size of your property, what your long-term goals are. It's also a good idea to get quotes from multiple solar companies to compare prices and services. Now, I can drop in the comments below companies that can help you compare quotes from different companies, because there's lots of solar companies out there at the end of the day. So I'll drop that in the comments below, so you can go to those if you want, or if you really want to, you know, just go and search online and find what companies are local to you anyway. Okay, so solar energy has the potential to be worthwhile in the UK, offering both financial and environmental benefits. But by carefully weighing the pros and cons and considering specific needs, you, not me, but you, can determine if solar panels are right for your home. Okay, you know, it's like I always used to say to a lot of people, and a lot of people used to say, come back to me, you know, if you're a bit older, normally you say, don't worry about it, leave it as a nest egg. But the other side of the coin is, and I used to get told this so often by, I'll put it politely, people slightly older than me and more mature than me would always say to me, but it's going to put the bit of value on the property, and then I don't have to worry about paying so much in electric, especially when we've got our lovely government at the moment who are deciding not to give out the winter fuel allowance as well. Not making it personal or anything here. Okay, you might want to remember that one. Okay, but you know, I hope this helps everybody out a little bit. Okay, if you've got any questions you want to ask, you know, just drop them in the comments below and I will answer them. If you're interested in learning a bit more about, if you're interested in finding out more about solar, obviously please do subscribe to the channel as well, and please do like and share the video as well. But thanks for listening, and we'll speak to you again a bit later. Okay, for now, but cheers and bye.